From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Rams.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator. Show it up, show it up. Kill. Hey, Delta. Hit it.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Let's go, baby. Turnover. Get that ball. Get that ball.
Operating from the gun, Eason. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
First and 10. Let it. 60 outlaw. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. He's coming. Double up. Shoot.
On first down, it's Gurley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Down. 8 read.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Let's go now. 30 base.
Watch the run.
Ready.
To throw on 3rd down, Eason. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you, son. Watch the shit. Hey, watch the lady. Lady. Right over there.
Here's Darnold. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check. Hey, lady. We got double up. Slam. Shoot.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schwartz. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
58, come on. Here we go, D.
Fournette, a first down carry. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Lady. Check 4, check 4. Lady. Check 25, check 25.
Now Leonard Fournette. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Check it. Ready. Tight go.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Go sack. 53. Check 53. Here we go. Shit. Lady. Shit.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. From the 16, Darnold. He fights him off. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Push him back. Push him back. Lady. Under 10. 10. Slap.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Fournette. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, here a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
To throw on second down. Eason looking middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, orbit. Max 42. Max 5.
From the gun, Eason. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Pulled in at the 24. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Set. Ready. He's checking
Darnold from the gun. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Jacksonville.
Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Corey Littleton. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Darnold. And this is caught by Lee. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Lee. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Jaguars 10, Rams 0.
Lambeau now. After the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Offense ready to go for their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Alert flare, flare. Kill. Defense.
They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Eason. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same. Right, the coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. After the sack on 1st down, Darnold, he's going to fire one deep. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 35.
First down.
Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Check. Ready.
Now Darnold. That one complete. He finds Shark. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line. Darnold now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. To the air again, Darnold. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On the draw, this is 4 down. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now it's Darnold. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Josh Oliver as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Lambeau to add on the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Next to score, Jaguars 17, Rams nothing.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
4 yards on the dump-off and second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On second down, here's Fournette. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd.
You got tape. You got tape. You got tape. Man, lady. Man, lady. Man, lady.
Darnold now to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Here we go. Here we go. Kill.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Ready up.
Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last for
a long time.
No doubt.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Eason. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Lambo on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. One play has them up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
They go with Gurley on 1st down, but he goes nowhere. They bottle him up for a loss of a couple. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Ready? 50, plant. Mike, 44. Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on. Check three, check three. Get it.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And all the way down to the 5. A huge play that time for the Rams. And even 40 yards.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Operating from the gun. Eason toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
General West. They're going to need some therapy.
From the pistol, it's Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. From the gun, Eason. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Lambo to add on the extra point. And the lead will grow by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Eason, he'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check out route.
Gurley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Mike spoke. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Again they run with Gurley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 60 yards. Watch twins. Check 37. Check 37. Ready?
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
First down run there for Gurley, but nothing opening up as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
From the 29, Darnold, and he will find his man on the end route, complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Darnold now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. Open man right side is Sharp. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
53 is the mic. Watch the slant.
They'll toss it to Fournette. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
And, Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the fourth quarter when you've got the lead, your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Donald on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
What's up? 53, check 53. I got you, punk.
And they take a knee. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.